I send tens of thousands of cold emails for me and my clients, and I don't really spend that much money on the infrastructure. And I'm recording this video because yesterday I spoke with one of my leads, and she said she spends $1,000 a month on infrastructure just to book 30 appointments a month, right? And I thought it's kind of crazy because it's really, really expensive considering what I spend on mine. I spend like half of it to would get even less, probably like the fourth or like the third of it to get the same amount of appointments that I do for myself and my clients. So what I'm going to show you today is the infrastructure I use and where do I get my email inboxes, and I'm going to compare the other resellers and other providers that you can get the emails from, so you just so you could compare yourself and what you need exactly. Okay, so what I use myself is called Mailsteady, mailsteady.com. Okay, you can look it up online, and basically they sell tenants like domains. Okay, each domain, so for example, each domain costs in starter plan $49, and within this domain you are able to get 100 inboxes, right, to send cold emails from. Now the difference from all of the resellers I'm going to show you later is that with my pen, is that we are able, with these domains, we're able to send 600 emails. Right, my writing is really bad. 600 emails from each domain. Okay, so for 100 inboxes, each inbox can send 6 emails per day, right? 6 emails per day. That means you get 600 emails in total from each domain. So for almost $50, if you're getting the lowest plan, you're able to send out, you know, 600 emails per $49, which I feel like is pretty good, a pretty good deal. We use the custom plan, so we get a lot of cheaper. So feel free to do what you want to do, basically for this case. And yeah, I just find it's a bit different since, for example, with other shells, I'm going to explain more, but you're able to send more emails, but mathematically, it turns out to be cheaper to just use those guys. Okay. Now, from my knowledge and what I know, is these guys use Outlook domains, not Outlook domains, Outlook providers. So these are not like SMTP. If you're more familiar with the cold email game, these are not SMTPs. These are our actual Outlook accounts, Microsoft accounts, which are US and like Euro based. They don't have like Indian IPs and that kind of stuff, which also helps for deliverability. And myself have been using them for almost, I don't know, half a year or so, and I've been really happy with it. And that's why I want you to use it as well. And that's why I record this video, because you could actually, get it. So yeah. Now, there are other options are like other resellers, right? These guys, I'm not gonna mention the name just because, they sell Google and Microsoft accounts. Okay, for Google, they charge $3.5 per inbox. So if you were, for example, were to say you want to get 100 inboxes, right? It's gonna cost you $350, right? Which is quite a big sum of money, right? And with these guys, it's gonna be half as cheap. It's gonna 150. It's gonna be 150. Okay. Now, what's the difference between Google and these type of Outlook accounts is that you are able to send around 20, like 25 cold emails per day, right? Not including the warmup. Warmup is the same right here. Basically, with warmup you want to have like 1-to-1 or like 1 to like 1.5 ratio. Basically, if you're sending 6 emails here, it need to be 6 warm-up emails going as well. If you're sending 20 emails right here, you can do 6 to 40. In total, it's going to be 40 with warm-up, basically. Yeah. So yeah, with this is obviously you can send a bit more for all of it. So for example, if you wanna send 10,000 emails per day, what is gonna cost you? For example, you're gonna need, let's open up the calculator. Yeah, so if you want to send out 10,000 emails a day, you're gonna be 10,000, right? 10,000 emails a day. And each day, if you are sending, let's say, 25, emails per day, you're gonna need 400 inboxes, right? You're gonna need 400 inbox, right? 400 inboxes. And those inboxes are gonna cost you, well, in this case, gonna be $3 per inbox. $3 per inbox, which is gonna be 1,000, $200 just for sending 10,000 emails per day. Okay, obviously 10,000 emails is quite a big number. Probably most likely you're not gonna need that much, but I'm just doing it for like example's sake. Okay, now with Mailsteady, if you're trying to send out 10,000 emails per day, right? You're gonna need 10,000 divided by 600. You're gonna need 16.6 tenants. So let's say 17 domains, 17 tenants, right? 17, boom, times 17. You're gonna need, 17 domains. 17 times 44, and it's gonna be 17 times 44. It's gonna be $748, right? It's gonna be $748. So with all of this in mind, you're literally saving 200 minus 748. You're saving almost $500 every single month, right? Which I feel like is an increase in cost. And not only did I not count the domains, because with these other sellers, usually you have to buy the domain for yourself, right? So for 400 inboxes, you're gonna need for each inbox, usually 3 inboxes, usually that contains one domain with like Google accounts, right? So you're gonna need like 100, 125, something, 130 domains, and 130 times, if you're just buying .com domains, 130 times 10, and yeah, you can see 130 times, let's say each .com domain costs around $10. It's another $1,000 just on domains, right? So yeah, this is, you're saving more, almost $2,000 just by using Mailsteady, right? Which I feel like is a pretty good deal in my eyes, and that's why I use it. I use it for my clients, and I'm suggesting you use it as well. Okay. Now for Google Workspace and Microsoft accounts, which are the original providers, right? Which you can always has good deliverability, but also they cost a lot more. If you want to get the same amount of inboxes, 400 inboxes times 7, it's gonna be $2,800, right? Which is absolutely insane. You're almost spending $3,000 just for the inboxes, plus the domains. You're spending uh $5,000. No, you're spending $4,000 just to send 10,000 emails a day. Same with Microsoft, right? These Microsoft guys, it's gonna be expensive. So honestly, I just wanted to make this video because yesterday, like I mentioned earlier in this video, I had a call with a woman. She's amazing. She sounded really smart, but she was just paying too much for a Google account, right? And well, there is still a chance. Use Mailsteady, abuse it, since it may be gone like at one point. So if you still have the time, use it, abuse it, and get clients, sign clients, and then you can you run ads or whatever you want to do. Okay. So if you got any questions around Mailsteady or whatever, just join my free Discord community. Feel free to ask me any questions around absolutely anything. I'm just there to see if I can help you, right? I'm not there to sell you anything. Okay? So I appreciate you, and have an amazing day.